Hi, we're going to take a look at the game that was played between Nimzo and Alapin in 1914. Nimzo was a famous Latvian chess player and Alapin was a famous Russian chess player. In the following game, Nimzo exemplified how to perform a quick attack and why it's not a good idea to capture pawns in the opening. It can be very dangerous. Nimzo opened the game with e4, Alapin plays e6, this is the French defense, d4, d5, knight c3, knight c6, e takes d5. This innocent variation isn't going to promise a great game for white. The main continuation for white is to play e5, knight d7, f4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop e3. But Nimzo captured on d5 and Alapin answered knight d5, which isn't the best way to play. Better would be to capture on d5 with a pawn, e takes d5, and later playing c6, bishop d6, finishing the development of the pieces, and black would have no problem. Knight f3, c5, knight d5, queen d5. Again, at this moment, it would be better to capture on d5 with a pawn and to allow development of the white squared bishop c8. The queen enters the game, but it also can become target of the attack. Bishop e3, c takes d4, knight d4, a6, preventing various threats with bishop b5 and knight b5. Bishop e2. Now Nimzo offers a pawn sacrifice, which is very dangerous to accept, but Alapin is brave, but this bravery is misplaced. Queen g2. This is a weak move. This allows a very powerful attack for white. A better way to play would be to play e5, knight b3, queen g2, bishop f3, queen h3. So basically this is accepting the same pawn sacrifice, but with inclusion of e5, knight b3, and it is very important to get the knight d4 off his great place on d4. Rook g1, queen d7, queen e2, queen c7, bishop d4, bishop b4, c3, bishop d6. This is a possible line that could have followed had black had Alapin declined the pawn sacrifice on g2. But Alapin accepted queen g2, and Nimzo answers with bishop f3, queen g6, queen d2. White's pieces are excellently placed. e5. Now e5 doesn't reach its goal because white is just offering another sacrifice, this time of a piece, and all white's pieces are already in the game. Rooks are going to be on d file, on e file. Attack is going to be very powerful. Alapin accepts e takes d4, bishop d4, knight c6, and here follows a very powerful move, bishop f6. Bishop f6 with the threat of queen d8, knight d8, rook d8, checkmate, and also many other threats. Alapin captures the bishop, queen d8. Now there is no bishop c6, b takes c6, queen d8, because d8 square is defended with a queen, but still another checkmate is possible. Rook e1. If now bishop e6, then queen d7 checkmate, and if bishop e7, which followed in the game, then bishop c6. If now black captures on c6 with queen c6 or bishop takes c6, then queen d8 checkmate follows. So Alapin plays king f8, to which still the same response of queen d8, delivers a checkmate in 2, bishop d8, and now rook e8, Nimzo checkmates, and thus finishing the game. And we see that really accepting a pawn sacrifice like this on with queen g2 is really a dangerous idea. Thanks for watching. This was a game played in 1914 between Nimzo and Alapin.